episode of Command Combat Battle Reports. Today we have Malifaux, the recently released version 2. I'm going to step back and allow Doug and the others to introduce the game and what they have.
Hi, I'm Doug. I run SoCal Malifaux. We're about to get into a game of Malifaux 2nd Edition here. We're playing Lilith and a slew of Nephilim versus, which I think Jeff already captured, a slew of Nephilim versus Rasputina and her ice crew. So the strategies that we have, the strategy for this one is the Reckoning, which is basically just murder, which fits perfectly with what I'm trying to do, which is just basically murder everything that Benny puts on the table. The scheme pool that we had to choose from was various, but what I decided to land on was Vendetta, because it fits right in with my murder theme for the game. And finally, what is the other one that I picked? I can already not remember. Plant Explosives is the other scheme that I chose is Plant Explosives. Again, I'm just going to be in his face, dropping scheme markers all over the place. I got a couple tots, they're really fast. They should be good to just sprint up there, drop something, lure him in. I can also use all my pushes to move him around, pull him closer to those explosives. Let's see what else. Lilith has that transposition ability. I can just drop him off somewhere next to the explosives. There's a lot of really potential to get the points for the explosives there. And then, you know, just want to be in his face the entire game. That's it. That's what we're going into. I'm ready for this. Let's do it, Benny. So in this 40 Soulstone game, I'm starting with Lilith as my master here. Lilith is basically just going to be directing the show. She's my quarterback. She's also the star player on my team. She's going to be slicing people in half with her giant greatsword. The upgrades I picked for this one are Wicked Mistress, which basically gives her the ability to pull people towards her. Beckon Malifaux, which lets her pop terrain up where it doesn't exist. And finally Rapid Growth, which lets her carry an upgrade, which lets the rest of the crew grow and develop, go from terror tots to young Nephilim to mature Nephilim. Over here is her henchman, Barbaros. I'm bringing him around to kind of carry upgrades and also help with pushing people around and beating them up. His Malifaux is a great weapon because every time it connects, he gets a 4-inch push off of it. The upgrades I took with him are Nephilim Gladiators, because I know that in general, I think that the Raspi crew or Arcanists in general aren't very fast. This is really good against slow models. And Nexus of Power, which makes Soulstone so much more powerful for Neverborn models. Let's drop down here to her totem that I'm bringing, the Cherub. I'm proxying in this little Drunken Gremlin to represent the Drunken Cherub. I don't have the M2E models quite yet. But basically, the Cherub just adds a neat additional terrain abilities and more pushes in this crew. Over here, the young Nephilim, they're going to be the main brunt of my force, sending them around, slashing people up, pushing people around, same stuff as basically everybody else. And then finally, the Tots, which I'll use because they're fast, drop a little scheme markers, and then hopefully grow them into the big old Nephilim to tear people up eventually.
We're playing the Rasputina crew. She's known as the Ice Witch. She's casts lots of magic spells and does lots of damage. That's what she does best. She also paralyzes people. She's got a couple upgrades. One is Arcane Reservoir, which basically gives me 1+1 card in my hand. Another one is Shattered Heart, which basically makes her ability to cast through the rest of her crew to make her range longer on her spells. And then she has Sub-Zero. Basically, whenever somebody hits her with a melee attack, and I get a certain tome, they stop their attack. And they stop their activation. And basically she has these guys, she casts through them. The big guy's a melee beater, Ice Golem, he's huge, he's powerful. This guy's a Wendigo, it's actually this little dude up here. It's not the cowboy, it's the little guy up top of him. He basically runs really fast, gets up there, and eats anything that's frozen. And then the Horkat Pride is a quick little model. I haven't played with him much, but he also has Devour, which eats paralyzed models. So basically, I want to get my crew up there, keep Rasputina back. She'll cast through the crew to damage them. Alright, my strategy for this game with Rasputina is to get my minions, little guys out front, use Rasputina to cast through them, destroy his models, which is the main strategy of the game. And then I also took Protect Territory, so I got to drop markers in the background and protect the territory. So pretty much just kill all his models, and that's my main goal.
So this is the setup. It's kind of a nightmarish, Roman-esque, rocky terrain type of place. Very Malifaux. So Lilith and her gang have set up all clumped on one side, and the ice witch is far more spread out on her side, although the golem has a couple guys right next to him. Lilith starts by moving forward one of her Nephilims, countered by one of the ice gammons moving on the other side, and it looks like they're just basically moving their pawns forward to skirmish with each other at first.
Walk.
Alright, yeah.
Goes to here.
Lilith moves one of the tots forward and drops a marker. We're not sure what that is quite yet. The ice golem throws the Horcat forward,
Is he tossing?
The Horcat Prime.
Okay.
He's also going to toss my other guy.
then throws the Wendigo forward. Seeing that, Lilith moves herself forward,
Walks to there. To cast spells.
Okay, yeah.
Or
she's
charge.
crazy.
She's a macro.
and she casts Illusionary Woods to block her.
Positive. You can see into him and out of him, but not through him.
Now the Wendigo has not done his movement yet, he's just been thrown, so he moves towards those woods
Yeah, I don't care. I don't want us to see.
and tries to get an angle but can't.
Alright.
The Cherub moves forward. Now it's the Drunken Cherub, which is why he's got the alcohol with him, and he drops another one of those markers.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Thanks for reminding me.
The Horcat moves towards the woods, and Barbarossa moves on his side of the woods. Oh, he's in an angle where he can go out. Oh, no, he's going to go behind the woods there. Rasputina casts December's Curse through her ice gammon at one of the tots, and scores a couple points of a hit. She casts it again and kills off the tot. She's a baby killer. She continues to shoot through her own piece at the other Nephim,
Oh, I flipped an ace.
I flipped a 2, so 8. I'm at a 7.
So you're losing.
Go to 16.
18, and I trigger my overpower.
and she scores more points on him.
Yeah.
She is relentless. She fires again at the Nephilim,
Then go ahead and grab them off.
and it is taken out. The game is so far not going very well for Lilith. She is losing her babies. Rasputina continues her relentless advance by sending forward the Wendigo.
And then?
You can cast a zero action.
He now has an angle behind the woods so he can attack the others.
You also had a negative.
He doesn't manage to do anything, but Lilith casts a spell on the Horcat, dragging it towards her through the woods, doing damage as it comes towards her.
No, she's touching severe and impassable terrain, so 3. What's the damage on this bad boy? Or what's
She
the
swings and does some damage.
So she's got 3 left? Good. Well, that's 2 actions left. Blinded is weak. Moderate.
Then kills it and feeds it to her tot, which grows into a Nephilim.
So the tot grows up, your model dies.
Whatever, at least I made you spin. Lilith is so tricksy, crazy.
Lilith switches the position of the woods, isolating the Wendigo. Rasputina sends forward one of the ice gammons and breaks the miniature. The Cherub shoots the Wendigo with his arrow.
Let's do this. Up's a 9, I'm at a 14.
Oh, and causes him to love him, so now the Wendigo is going towards the Cherub. That's cute. Ain't young love beautiful?
4-inch push or?
5. 5-inch push. The trigger's called Dance of the Wild, so after I hit him with the arrow of love, he's like, oh, where should I go? I don't know what to do. I'm so confused.
So he's drawn to him because he loves him so much.
He's like, oh, let's go over here. I like this guy.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't when you got a guy that's as handsome as that?
Yeah.
Rasputina moves to another angle and shoots her spell through another one of her ice gammons at the newly formed Nephilim. She does a couple points of damage, relentlessly shoots again, and December's Curse is doing its purpose. It kills the Nephilim.
Dead.
One of the Nephilims maneuvers himself in front of the Ice Gammon. He hits and pushes the Ice Gammon back. Another Ice Gammon comes in from behind, and now they have the Nephilim trapped. They shoot their ice rays at him and do some damage on him. Barbaros turns on the Wendigo.
Weak for 2.
And hurts him, but doesn't do a heck of a lot of damage. Oh, and another strike comes out empty with the Black Joker. So Barbaros is going to do the moonwalk and get on out of there. The Ice Gammon's gang up on the Nephilim.
You're on a negative flip.
Let's try it one more. There we go, that's a 12.
He'll be the...
Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, he'll survive. Oh, let's see if I can get off a moderate, though. I got moderate.
And they hit him again. Ooh, take him down just to 1 hit point left. Now the Ice Golem's moving forward. He's going to get up to the doorway. Go up through the center.
Not that bad. Get Barbaros and Rasputina's face.
Where's Rasputina? I'm not putting Barbaros over there.
Lilith casts a spell that trades places between the Cherub and the Ice Golem, bringing the Ice Golem directly into her face.
And the Golem will be here.
It's a base-to-base with her, right?
Yes. Yeah, let's call it...
She swings her sword and does a little bit of damage to the Ice Golem. But he's got plenty left.
What's the trigger?
She swings again. The Ice Golem gets the Black Joker.
Can't even cheat it, huh? That's pretty.
Well, I guess fair play is...
Double plus split?
Yeah, sure. Because of your sword and your level of it.
I might cheat it, actually. What are you at?
Life left?
Sword. Let's see, severe. Come on, deck. Be kind to me.
And without a critical hit, he just does some moderate damage.
I cheated that for the trigger.
The Ice Golem is still there. And then Lilith readjusts those woods again.
This guy right here. No, this guy's not conduit. I was thinking those are just 2.
Now it's the Ice Golem's turn. He smashes! Ice Golem smash Lilith! For a lot of damage. Look at all that. Lilith brings her Nephilim back, both to save the Nephilim and to help save her ass. Rasputina shoots one of her ice rays over at the Cherub and kills him. No love for the Cherub. And Barbaros attacks the Ice Golem from behind.
Boo. Weak for 2, which goes down to 1.
He does more damage, but doesn't quite kill him, so he goes after him again.
Weak. 1 more.
Still taking some damage, but doesn't take him down.
Yeah, such a brat right now. How to deal with this Rasputina. It is so ridiculous.
And now one of the Ice Gammons is running into the center.
Yeah.
Doug got this from his brother. I know, these are...
He turns and shoots at Barbaros. Doesn't do any damage, but another one goes to get into position so the Ice Queen can fire some things herself.
I don't even remember you dropping those, to be honest, but alright.
Yeah.
And now Lilith reveals what her flags were for. They were little bombs, and she gets 3 victory points for them.
Was the time also turn 1? Flip to 2.
I'm at a 14.
Yeah, I'm going to cheat to a 20.
Really? God damn it. You just bluffed me out like a son of a bitch. You little bitch. You're acting like, oh, what am I going to do? 13, 20, that's right. You can't beat it.
3, which I will flip.
The melee continues in the center, and they keep beating up the Ice Golem, but he continues to survive, just hanging on by a thread, and he's slowed.
How many wounds does he have left? 1. Starting with a 6 plus an 8 is a 14.
I got a 17. Oh, I'm sorry.
1, 2.
And they continue to beat up on the Ice Golem, and that does it. They destroy him. However, he explodes into many pieces, taking out the Wendigo and doing damage to Barbaros and Lilith, and destroys the Nephilim.
That's cool. At least I got that.
Barbaros goes after the Ice Gammon that was getting him from behind, and does a little bit of damage. Rasputina shoots through one of her other Ice Gammons, tries to hit Barbaros, but he is going to have to see which one he hits. And he hits the Black Joker. He hits his own guy. That destroys him, but he blows up into several pieces, damaging Barbaros. She now tries again, shooting this time at Lilith.
What is it? Negative flip, double negative from the cover?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You won.
This could be a kill.
Wow, this is all low. 2.
Takes it.
I should have just killed him.
Doing only a couple points to Lilith. But she shoots again, and does another 2 points. Lilith is hanging on by a thread. Lilith now does an entanglement spell on the Ice Gammon, doing a little bit of damage to him. Then she summons him, causing him to run at her and doing the rest of his damage to himself, which kills him.
Charge him to there, where he pops because he takes 3 damage. He pops, dies.
The remaining Ice Gammon moves around into position so that the Ice Witch can get another shot. Rasputina shoots through the Ice Gammon at Barbaros. Doug could save Barbaros. He has the red Joker.
And I don't know if there's anything fun to do,
but he chooses not to. And Barbaros is damaged.
3 left.
She shoots again. And that will take him out.
That's it.
Doug sacrificed him so he could continue to hold on to the red Joker. He moves Lilith around.
3 inches to here, and then another 1 to there.
And she takes out whatever scoring marker that was. And that will do it. That's game. Lilith has pulled it off in the end. It was a very bloody game, seeing as there was only 2 remaining on Rasputina's team, and Lilith was on her own, but she manages to pull it off with points. So that'll do it for us here at Friday Night Dice. Let's see what the players think.
Okay, so game ended. It is a victory for Lilith, 7-2, and let's see. My early strategy in the game, like I said, was just to go in there, tear them apart, grow some neff, push them around, pull them in. None of that went as planned. It went very well for me, but it almost, it wasn't completely, I don't feel like I had control over it the entire time.
At the beginning, I was very attacking and destroying models like I said I was going to do, and put him, feeling like he was losing.
Rasputina is great because she can just take control of the board so early that it's, turn 1, I'm advancing up, and I thought I had myself out of range, but it's impossible to stay out of range. You're just in range. So turn 1, he knocks out 10 points of my models, and I'm immediately on tilt. Turn 2, I think it was the same thing, another 10 points.
Much.
Yeah, so 20 points of models down
so
in a 40-point game.
I'm just excited because I'm killing models, but I'm not getting the points from killing 2 per turn.
Yeah.
So I'm missing VPs there, and I also kind of forgot one of my schemes.
Early in the game, it just turned out to sort of kind of be lucky, but I dropped 2 scheme markers and then was able to draw him into those scheme markers to set off the plant explosives. I got lucky with a nice Tangled Shadows where I pulled his Golem into the space of Barbaros, so Barbaros could finish him off with the Vendetta after Lilith softened him up with the Greatsword.
Yeah. So it's 3 VP there.
3 VP for the explosives, 3 VP for the Vendetta. And that's basically, that was the game, basically.
Yeah, that would've...
As far as trading models back and forth, Benny had it, but he didn't time it. Yeah, he didn't time it to get the VPs.
Missed a few key kills here and there that would have gotten maybe a couple VPs.
He had the hand in the beginning with all the strength in it. I was getting the flips in the hand towards the end, and I mean, honestly, the entire time through, I felt this is totally Benny, and then lucky with the plant explosives, lucky with the Vendetta kill. Not complete luck, but lucky with both of those things, and then the game shifted. Yep. Benny was on tilt. I pushed in and got the win.
Yep, I couldn't get my schemes going. I forgot to concentrate and didn't get enough from the main strategy.
It was really the epitome of what Malifaux is about, which is you can murder just about everything on your opponent's side of the table, and if you're not focused on your VPs, then
they're gonna lose.
Yeah, it's the game.
That's about it.
That'll do it for us here at Friday Night Dice. From all of us at Command Combat Battle Reports, happy gaming, everybody.